At this time, we're back here with Ryan. I'm Eric Tissot. Ryan, is it fair to say things in education recruiting a little bit better lately, or am I crazy to put that out into the world in case something starts going sideways for us?
Yeah. No, I think it's a little bit better. I mean, I think that yeah, I think it's a little bit better. I think that ultimately, like, the goal is to have a culture that is so strong that people don't want to leave, and you don't have to recruit very many people at all. But I do think that the landscape is improving a little bit.
Yeah. When you think about uh, getting people to stay these days, what messages do you feel like are resonating the most? Anything new, or it's usually the same tried and true ones that have always been true for folks trying to work in schools?
Trying to get you talking about new candidates, or trying to get people to stay?
Trying to get people to stay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about felt experience. I think it's about ensuring people stay connected to the mission. People feel like they have opportunities to grow and develop and take on whatever responsibilities mean for them, and that they feel like they're fairly compensated. I think it's I think it's probably also increasingly that people feel like they have a voice.
Hmm.
Um, whether that's they are part of the typical feedback loops, they have an opportunity to like shape direction, or um, um, I think action on those areas is probably more important than any messaging or anything like that.
Yeah. Did you have a traditional entry point into recruiting, or did you kind of back into it accidentally?
I kind of backed into it accidentally. Yeah, I was a middle school teacher. And then I spent 10 years outside of education.
Hmm.
And then I came back into education, and I worked for a national nonprofit that was in the education talent space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of backed into it through that.
What do you
Um,
feel like you missed not getting like the actual technical training or taking a more traditional route into it? Did you miss anything, or did it actually serve you well not having that kind of initial training?
yeah, I mean, I guess, I feel like so much of the most valuable training is like on the job anyway. Um, and, I think I have tried to surround myself with like people who are really good at this. I lean on others. I take advantage of the networks that are out there, in education and elsewhere, to um, learn new things, sharpen my skills. Um, I think it's probably a little different on the like HR side,
Mm.
um, um, than on the talent recruitment side. I'd also like when I worked in the private sector, I did some work around like sales and account management, and so like I think I had a lot of like the fundamental understanding of like a marketing funnel, or
Mm.
um, the idea of like cultivation, messaging, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Since you and I both been in this kind of game and work now a while, how do you think through trying to reach and talk to younger people coming out of college, folks who are very internet savvy or always online? What kind of things have you learned, or what kind of things are you trying to put into play these days?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't know that I would say I've like cracked the nut. I think one is we try and like meet people where they are, as best we can. So, whether that's like top of the funnel stuff, we're doing more on social media, doing more marketing on social media, more outreach through some like platforms like Handshake and others. Um, and a lot of it is just about like how we continue to like cultivate and move people like through a process, which is we're doing a lot more by text message.
Yeah.
um, uh, we just have found like traditional like email drip campaigns are just less compelling, less likely to move the needle.
Yeah. What's been the most effective way to find people's phone numbers?
Well, I mean, this is for people who've already applied. So this is
Once you're
like
in the mix,
sort of
got
like
it.
already indicated an interest
Yeah.
in this, um, and how do we like keep them engaged? It's not the like usual. We're checking in over text.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, how are you feeling about the interview coming up on Friday? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel the interview went?
Yeah.
Um, um, yeah, I think it's and I think that and then just probably tweaking some of the messaging that we have here around that we already use around like why our mission matters. I think that's still sure true for you as well. Like, I mean, fortunately, we're not selling widgets, so um, it's mission driven work, and and what the benefits are of working at a place like KIP or Ednovate.
Yeah. Yeah. What kind of ways are you using AI, whether it's tools for your side of the house or what ways have you seen candidates use it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we see candidates use it on like cover letters. Certainly, we eliminated our any sort of like application questions. We've also made cover letters
Oh, interesting.
optional.
Yeah.
Um, I think we are we use like an AI kind of sourcing engine to help us identify top of the funnel. Um, folks top of the funnel. We're using some like AI support around like marketing messaging, stuff like that. We are starting to like dip our toes into using AI to help us like score interviews.
Hmm.
We haven't taken the human element out yet. I think there's still some, I don't know, wonderings, questions. And then we're using it a lot more like on the human resources side. So things like help desk, staff handbook,
Yeah.
um,
Well, the handbook is so helpful. Yeah.
yeah, coaching. You're having an employee relations challenge, like
Hmm.
asking um, a chat bot some advice,
Yeah.
practicing interviews, stuff like that.
I think the AI agent I'm still searching for is the scheduling AI agent
Mm.
between principals and a candidate, right? Because you have that back and forth, like, can you do this? And this is their windows here, and some days it's this, but don't forget we have the PD session here. So this block that you gave me a week ago no longer works. I need the AI agent who can just like fluently pretend to be me going on the back and forth. That's
Yeah,
my holy grail. Then I feel like I can just go to the beach and uh, have a nice, relaxing life. Make
that's
that happen.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's um, I think that's right. I mean, we are um, we spend a lot of time on scheduling.
Yeah.
um, what we're we've got our platform now has some built-in functionality that's helpful that allows a little bit of self-scheduling, but um, it's uh, it's not ideal.
Yeah. Hey, last thing is y'all go into the recruitment season, which in the ed world usually kicks off about January, right? What kind of roles are you kind of most keen on trying to find fastest? Which ones would you want people to consider and know more about?
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking. We operate high schools only, so credentialing matters a lot. And we're always looking for great science teachers, great math teachers, great special education teachers.
Yeah.
Um, um, we don't do a lot of external hiring for leadership roles. Many of our leadership roles are internally, like they're internal staff promotions. So um, we're not anticipating much in that regard. But you know, I think our early sense is it's probably going to be some of the same, oftentimes more challenging to fill
Yeah.
teacher roles.
Yeah. Having never had to recruit for high school, I always am glad I'm not in that world of find me a physics teacher, find me
Yeah,
uh, calculus one, calculus two teacher. So yeah, hats off to y'all for trying to figure that out. That's tough.
thanks.
Nice. Well, we'll put info about Innovate in the episode description. Thanks everyone for listening. Ryan, thanks for coming on. Until next time, catch you soon.